freedom,
family,
world unity.
All these things and more will be discussed on this podcast.
Real stories, real people, real debates. On this podcast, we like to express our freedoms and talk about anything and everything goes.
Like freedom, family is important to us, and anybody that is listening, watching, or coming on the show as a guest star are all considered part of the greatest family to ever bless the solar system, the human race. No matter who you are, where you come from, you will always have a voice here on this podcast.
We like to flex our First Amendment, where all speeches and opinions are accepted for the right of freedom of speech. We have a saying we like to live by. Live life with eyes wide open. Being open-minded leads to true understanding of the world as it really is. Please, come, join us, and enjoy this experience as we embark on this journey of truth as we dismantle the subjective truth. I'm your host, Nick.
And I'm your co-host, Victoria.
And you're experiencing high consciousness.
Disclaimer. Any and all information on topics presented are to the best of all who is present in each episode's knowledge. The goal of this podcast is to bring people together and set the example we all wish to see in our everyday lives. Whether it's home life, education, politics, history, business, etc. Any and all subjects can and will be talked and peacefully debated about on this podcast. On debate episodes, there will be a set rules of debate that hosts and guests alike must follow. We ask that you, the audience, like we ask of our guests, in the comments to please try to keep the language as clean as possible. We are a podcast for entertainment as well as educational purposes. Here, we are all equal no matter what race, age, or gender. Thank you, and enjoy the show. Hi, y'all.
Welcome back
to another episode of
High Consciousness.
I'm your host, Nick.
I'm your co-host, Victoria.
I'm your editor, Tyler.
And we are
High Consciousness.
And today's episode, we're going to be doing a little Halloween episode where we're talking about cryptozoology. And, well, we already recorded the episode previously, so this is a little second clip, which we're going to put at the beginning anyway, because, well, we messed up. Well, I messed up. And our editor, Tyler, over there is very irritated with me, and rightfully so, because a whole, 20 minutes of footage went bye-bye. So we're going to give you all the rest of the 30-minute footage that we have available for you, which the first 20 minutes wasn't even all that cool anyway. I'm not even mad. So, enjoy the rest. Sorry about that, y'all. All of a sudden, the computer decided that it didn't want to, do its thing. It said I ran out of disk space. So we had to clear it real quick.
Yeah, you say you had too much junk in the trunk.
Yep, too much junk in the trunk.
But anyways, it's my turn to read now. He's gonna do the count. Right. He's gonna do the countdown.
I'll do it.
All right.
1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi. Where we end up at?
The horned serpent. Serpents.
Ooh.
So, centuries-old legends from native sources conjure of encounters with giant reptiles with great horns, and water monsters of American Aborigines?
Aborigines.
Yeah, I'm about to say Aborigines.
Sorry, folks, you're going to be exposed to the horror of how horrible some people can be of reading.
On the spot.
When you don't practice first.
But I'm going to restart it, though. In Water Monsters of American Aborigines.
Allegories. Aborigines.
In Context, Journey of American Folklore, 1889, Albert S. Sketchett surveyed stories of these particular aquatic beasts, including the great horned reptile of the Ohio River region and the horned snake. The Greek Native Americans, when they lived in Tennessee, spoke of a large horned snake-like animal that frequent water holes. The deep-water hole-dwelling horned snake was brought to the shore by the magical singing of creek elders, and when the creature showed its horns, the Native Americans would cut it off. The horn was taken as a fetish and carried into war to ensure success in battle. That's what it looked like.
Pretty scary. Oops.
And a big size.
This huge snake has a pair of wide horns like those of a bull and a smooth, opaque red ovoid stone between its eyes and gives off a faint glow.
And Native Americans used to call it. The elders sang it to the sea, and they would cut off the horns and bring it into battle for have success in battle. Superstition.
So I guess that's what that would look like. Yeah, Native American mythology. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could get just the picture.
No.
Can't reach this page. Okay. Whatever. But that's what it looks like.
An account from the Indie branch of the Tuscaroras, collected by David Coswick and published in 1828, tells of the mosquito. Mosquito?
Let me see. Where?
Where?
Mosquito.
Which rose from Lake Onondaga near Syracuse, New York, and slew a number of people. The Native Americans also said that 2,200 years before the time of Columbus, approximately 700 BC, a great horned serpent appeared on Lake Ontario and killed onlookers with its overpowering stench. Oh, so it's really stinky.
Ooh, thank you.
The strikingly similar horned beast of Achille Lake, known as Walgreen Lake near Hay Spring, Nebraska, was the subject of tales by the local Native Americans. These native Nebraskans told the first white settlers to the area to be on the lookout for the monsters. The legend seems to have had some truth, for more modern sightings followed. The Omaha World Herald of July 24th, 1923, carried the testimony of J.A. Johnson, who stated, "I saw the monster myself, while with two friends just last fall. I could name 40 other people who have also seen the brute," Johnson claimed. Then the stubby alligator-like head had a projection like a horn on it, between the eyes and nostrils. The gray-brown creature devoured livestock, gave off dreadful roars, and smelled horribly. News of Achille Lake's horned wanderer spread around the world in 1923. So these are all the different accounts of this lake serpent.
Oops.
Yep. That's probably it right there on the right.
This?
Mm-hmm.
That's terrifying. You see that, Tyler?
Mm-hmm.
And it stinks.
And he stinks. Stinky snake. What else does it say? Is that it?
Oh, it has it goes by different names in different areas, but all of it is in North America.
Ogopogo. We've heard of that.
Mm-hmm.
The Ogopogo was mentioned in Graham Hancock's Netflix series Ancient Apocalypse, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it's also a horned serpent. So I guess, long story short, with this cryptid animal, this horned snake is really native to America. All in the different states.
I wonder if that's why our forefathers chose, for the Gadsden flag, the snake. Don't tread on me.
Mm-hmm.
Tyler's turn. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5.
Miss.
Oh, hey, look, Mississippi.
And just pick one whatever intrigues you the most.
Apparently, it's the Piazza.
The Piazza. Alright, let's see what that looks like.
How do you spell that?
Piasa. Now we're going to put that in. Oh, no.
P-I-S.
Piasa. Piasa.
Oh.
Yeah. S-A.
Is it a bird? No.
It's a cryptid. It's a cryptid monster.
Ugh. That's scary.
I guess so.
I guess it is a bird.
That's what you all call some nightmare fuel right there. It looks like it has like a human face on it.
With a beard.
Because I see the eyes and I see a snout and then like with the beard in the mouth. That's definitely...
That's spooky. Definitely is spooky. That's even more terrifying.
Well, yeah, 'cause from that view it looks like a regular old dragon.
So what's the thing say about it?
The Piasa, roughly translated from the Illini as giant bird that devours man, is today known from the lore that issued from near the present-day city of Alton, Illinois. In the 1600s to 1700s. In 1673, the French explorer Father Jacques Marquette, in recording his famous journey down the Mississippi River with Louis Joliet, was the first to discover this beast from his contact with the Indians who lived along the Mississippi River. Immortalized in a rock bluff painting near Alton, the monster was shown with huge rings, horns, and scales. According to Marquette's diary, the Piasa was as large as a calf, with horns like a deer, red eyes, a beard like a tiger's, a face like a man, a body covered with green, red, and black scales, and a tail so long it passed around the body, over the head, and between the legs. There are many legends regarding its origin. One of the more popular accounts goes like this. Many moons ago, there existed a bird-like creature of such great size he could easily carry off a full-grown deer in his talons. His taste, however, was for human flesh. Hundreds of warriors attempted to destroy the Piasa, but failed.
Oh no!
Whole villages were destroyed and fear spread throughout the Illini tribe. Owatoga, a chief whose fame extended even beyond the Great Lakes, separated himself from his tribe. Fasted in solitude for the space of a whole moon and prayed to the Great Spirit to protect his people from the Piasa. On the last night of his fast, the Great Spirit appeared to Owatoga in a dream and directed him to select 20 warriors, arm them each with a bow and poisoned arrow, and conceal them in a designated spot. Another warrior was to stand in open view as a victim for the Piasa. When the chief awoke in the morning, he told the tribe of his dream. The warriors were quickly selected and placed in an ambush. Owatoga offered himself as the victim, placing himself in open view. He saw soon the Piasa perched on the bluff, eyeing his prey. Owatoga began to chant the death song of a warrior.
Hi-ya, hi-ya, hi-ya,
The Piasa
hi-ya.
took to the air and
sorry.
swooped down upon the chief. The Piasa had just reached its victim when every bow was sprung, and every arrow sent sailing into the body of the beast. And the Piasa uttered a fearful, echoing scream and died.
Yes.
Owatoga was saved, and the tribe saved. Find out more in the next episode of
Cryptid-Z.
Indeed. Find out more in the next episode of The Secret Saturdays. Anybody who knows what The Secret Saturdays knows.
Yep, I do know. Hell yeah.
Secret Saturday?
She
The
doesn't
Secret
know.
Saturdays.
Were you not watch the Cartoon Network on Saturdays?
No.
You don't know?
No, he guys really doesn't
No, I
know.
don't know.
You're not one of us. We can't tell you. It's classified information.
We're legitimately going to have to sit down and have to watch that kind of cartoon show. That's all you're going to get. That's so you have an idea.
Big sad.
Modern reports of Thunderbirds have been recorded from the same area as the Piasa. Late in the 1990s, the Piasa, through the efforts of citizens, government, and business advocates, was repainted and restored to its former pristine state. It can be seen on the bluff just north of Alton, Illinois, on the Great River Road.
Wait, so you could still, maybe catch a glimpse of that thing?
No, it's a statue.
Oh,
A
it's a
statue.
statue. It's a statue. Oh.
Thanks for our co-host.
Wow. That was pretty great.
I know. Weird.
I like Tyler reading.
I know.
Tyler's reading is fun.
We gotta step up our game.
I know, right? Man. All right. Who wants to count for me?
I will.
All right.
1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5.
Giant octopus.
Oh, squids.
Cthulhu! No, I'm just kidding.
No, not Cthulhu.
No,
But
Cthulhu's
that's
not a
just-
squid either. Cthulhu is an octopus, I believe, right?
That's
Was
a-
Cthulhu a squid? No.
He's a squid
He's
head.
a squid type.
He's a
figure.
squid
He's a
head
squid-
with a
squid
humanoid. He's a
crypto.
squid head with a humanoid body with wings.
Oh, there was more octopus shaped.
He is more octopus shaped on the head, but his
Think
actual
Davy
body,
Jones.
he's really big.
Just more eyes
I-
and big dragon wings and scary shark
The
teeth.
Kraken's a squid.
We will do a Lovecraftian monsters of
Kraken.
zoology next. Next, when we go through all next horror scare reads,
Yes, we should do one on like you know
Lovecraftian monsters.
Lovecraftian monsters.
'Cause that's cosmic horrors. That's
Yes.
something. That's stuff that's like kind of hard to conceive to make into movies because it makes people's minds going crazy from looking at the figures.
Yeah, because their minds cannot conceive like what they're looking at.
Exactly.
All right. So, giant octopus. A discovery made on Anastasia Island, Florida, on the evening of November 30th, 1896, set in motion a controversy that has never been settled. 2 young cyclists came upon an immense carcass whose great weight had driven it up into the sand. Having no idea what it was, but sensing it was something important, they alerted others to the presence of the mysterious object. One of them, physician DeWitt Webb, of the St. Augustine Historical Society and Institute of Science, arrived the next day with a handful of associates. The group estimated that the object was recently arrived, and weighed close to 5 tons. Wow.
That's a big octopus.
That's a really big octopus.
That's some good eating
Like,
too.
that's the size of a semi-truck, if not bigger. They measured the parts above the sand. The investigators found that the blob was 23 feet long, 4 feet high, and 18 feet across at its widest point. Holy crap!
That's as big as
That's
pretty big.
Mm-hmm. Its skin was somewhere between light pink and white with a silvery cast. Ooh, so this thing could probably, camouflage itself or something.
Most octopuses can. That's what makes them alien from this planet.
Pretty much. They were certain that these were not the remains of a whale. As incredible as it seemed, they decided these were from an octopus of unprecedented dimensions. On a later trip, one investigator found fragments of arms. The American naturalist, April 1897, reported that one arm was lying west of the body, 23 feet long, one stump of an arm west of a body, about 4 feet, 3 arms lying south of the body from appearance and attached to the same. The longest one measured over 32 feet, and other arms were measured 3 to 5 feet shorter. It looked as if the animal had been partially dismembered before dying and washing to shore. Subsequently, a storm caused the lobster to wash out to sea again. It resurfaced 2 miles to the south. Yale University zoologists A.E. Verrill and Webb corresponded about the discovery, though initially skeptical of the octopus identification.
The octonauts?
Octopuses. Wait, isn't it supposed to be octopi?
Octopussies?
Octopuses.
Octopuses.
Octopuses. Octopusi?
No, it's supposed to toy.
Octopus?
Octopuses? Is that how you said
Octopi?
it?
To be or octopi.
Octopodo?
No communal octopodo.
Excommunicado? John Wick's an octopus?
John Wick is an octopus.
Yes. Well, look.
The way that he took on all them motherfuckers in John Wick 4, yeah. Octopuses are not believed to exceed 25 feet. This creature's arm length was 75 feet, Verrill estimated. Verrill soon embraced it, even naming the animal after himself. Octopus giganteus Verrill.
Don't let the Japanese know.
That's so lame. Like, you couldn't have come up with a better name.
No.
Meanwhile, weather conditions had moved the carcass with even more of its body missing to a third location. On January 17th, 1897, Webb, who was trying to recover it before it was lost forever, wrote W.H. Dahl, curator of mollusks at the National Museum, Washington, D.C. And this is what he said. Yesterday, I took 4 horses, 6 men, 3 sets tackle, a lot of heavy planking, and a rigger to superintend the work and succeed in rolling the invertebra out of the pit and placing it about 40 feet higher upon the beach, where it now rests on the flooring of heavy plank. On being straightened out to measure 21 feet instead of 18, a good part of the mantle or head remains attached near to the more slender part of the body. The body was then opened for the entire length of 21 feet. The slender part of the body was entirely empty of internal organs, and the organs of the remainder were not large and did not look as if the animal had been long dead. The muscular coat, which seems to be all there is of the invertebra, is from 2 and 3 to 6 inches in thickness. Well, that's pretty big. You had 2 inches, 6 inches, 2 inches, 6 inches. That's pretty big, jump there, buddy. The fibers of the external coat and longitudinal and inner transverse, no caudal fin or any appearance if there had been any, no beak or head or eyes remaining, no pen, internal shell of a squid, to be found, nor any evidence of a body structure whatever. I think that was supposed to be whatsoever, but okay, whatever. Though neither Dahl nor Verrill came down to Florida to examine the carcass, Verrill retracted the giant octopus identification and wrote that the carcass was nothing but the upper part of the head and nose of a sperm whale. Mm-hmm. The National Museum's Frederick Augustus Lucas had called the examples he examined blubber, nothing more or less. Webb bitterly disagreed, and Dahl and others expressed quiet disbelief in the claim. Nonetheless, it remained the official explanation, and it would not be challenged for decades. In 1971, marine biologist Forrest G. Wood, run, Forrest, run, to go get that octopus carcass. Mm-hmm. And octopus specialist Joseph F. Gennaro, Joseph F. Gennaro, wrote that the samples they had examined and provided clear evidence that the St. Augustine monster was in fact an octopus. Though Wood and Gennaro were respected figures in their fields, that did not keep them from being ridiculed and then ignored. A decade and a half later, cryptozoologist Roy P. Mackle of the University of Chicago analyzed samples. He concluded they came from a gigantic cephalopod, probably an octopus, not referable to any known species. In a disputed study published in 1995 in Biological Bulletin, 4 biologists attacked the Wood, Gennaro, and Mackle analysis. Their own study of amino acids from the carcass showed that the animal could not have been a giant octopus or any invertebrate. The remains were probably from a whale, the biologist remarked, and likely the entire skin, notwithstanding the fact that whale skin cannot be removed intact, even artificially, from the animal. Even the skeptical marine expert Richard Ellis rejected the theory. The French cryptozoologist Michael Reynal, in a scathing review of the study, found numerous methodological problems. Methodological problems. Say that 3 times fast.
Methodological problems.
Methodical.
Methodical.
Well, methodical is easy to say. Methodological.
Methodological.
Problems and dubiously sustained conclusions. As Ellis would write, the mysteries remain unsolved and the legend endures. That's it for our giant octopus. So it seemed like, the Smithsonian or something were trying to cover something up.
Yeah, we don't want to believe in giant octopuses.
We just cannot conceive that something that big could live in our oceans without our knowing.
No.
Yeah,
You can't. You can't.
As they found a whole other ocean underneath the freaking ocean.
What ocean?
There's a second ocean under the ocean.
What's it?
It's twice as big as the ocean that we see on top of the water.
And what's that ocean called? The deeper ocean? The deep blue?
I guess it's what we call the all blue,
Is that the
according to One Piece.
Is that is all blue? That is the all blue?
Yeah.
Is it?
Isn't Fishman Island the all blue?
No. I don't think so. I don't think that's it. I believe that's not what it's called. I don't know.
I might be wrong. I
don't know. We're going to have to watch those episodes because they're remaking them now.
Tyler, give us a countdown.
1 Mississippi. 2 Mississippi.
Oh boy.
3 Mississippi.
I'm trying.
4 Mississippi.
Oh boy.
5 Mississippi.
The Igapogo.
Igapogo?
Igapogo. No, it's not Iga. It's Ogo.
Ogopogo? Wait, what? Yeah.
Igapogo.
Igapogo.
Igapogo. At Lake Simcoe, Ontario, where a monster the locals call Igapogo. It is a play on the popular British Columbia lake monster Ogopogo.
Oh, so we found the horned snake twice.
Yes. Supposedly, well seen for more than a century, the creature is described as a large dog-faced animal.
Oh, this one looks like a dog?
Yes.
No, not the ego. Not the Ogo. I want the ego. Look, he's got an umbrella. Chilling. I said the ego. Ego, Pogo.
Ego.
Ego.
Igaro.
Oh. So that's what Igapogo looks like. It's not horned. It's just
A dog.
dog looking.
Mm-hmm.
It looks kind of cute.
Most often, it is seen in the Campbell Bay near Bari. A believable videotape of the Igapolo swimming at the southern end of the lake was taken in 1991 by unidentified visitors. It appeared to be a relic seal, according to one chronicler. A similar lake monster in nearby Muskrat Lake, Ontario, was captured on film about the same time by Dana Rogers. The unknown animal appeared to be at least 10 feet long and swimming up and down like a seal, even though it was apparently not one. Muskrat Lake has hosted many sightings, including some of the creature called Moosey or the Happy Explorer. The Happy
Excelor. Happy Excelor.
Yeah,
Happy Excelor.
Yeah, the Happy Explorer.
Happy Halloween.
On the
Tyler over there just like, man, I'm surrounded by idiots.
Yes. On the storm, Michael Bradley wrote on the history of the encounters in More Than a Myth, The Search for the Monsters of the Muskrat Lake. Both lake monsters are described as up to 20 feet long and gray. They resemble giant seals with strange heads. And that's the Icapolo logo.
Alright. Our last cryptid. We're going to start off a countdown for Tyler. 1 Mississippi. 2 Mississippi. 3 Mississippi. 4 Mississippi. 5 Mississippi.
Oh.
Where we land?
I went too fast.
Alright. Let's
So
re-go.
right here,
Alright. Let's go with it.
where my thumb ended.
Did you land on the same page?
I landed on the Goblin universe, actually.
Oh.
Yeah.
Alright. We're going to redo it.
Well, I can read about Green John.
Green John?
Who's
Yeah.
Green John?
Nobody wants to read about Green John.
Nobody.
It's like talking about Rick Barry. Nobody wants to hear about Rick Barry.
We don't want to talk about Rick Barry.
1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi. Where we laying?
We got Merbing.
Merming?
Merbing.
Merming?
Merbing.
Mer people.
Yes.
Oh.
Mer. Mermaids.
Oh, Merbeing. Got it.
Yes.
Merbing.
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 Merbing. The Merbing.
It's a book. See? Merbeings.
Yep. The merbeing. The merbeing.
Mermaids.
The people that you might think came from Atlantis. Where Atlantis came from.
The merbeing, or water creature, is a staple of world mythology and folklore. Few people are aware that reports of generally similar creatures are still being made, though apparently less frequently than in the past. Our concern here is not just with the fabled half-human, half-fish and zoologically impossible figure of tradition, but also with the sea ape of the Bering Sea, the scaly-looking but actually hairy, misnamed lizard man, and the fiery-eyed Latino phenomenon known as the chupacabras.
What?
Yes.
Chupacabra.
Yes.
Chupacabras are people?
Yeah.
Apparently.
Yeah. I mean, the way that they describe if this is a mer being,
Hey, look, it's Greedo.
this is what people say in Mexico that the chupacabra looks like.
It's Greedo's OnlyFans.
Greedo's only fan.
While a growing Hispanic population in the Americas is only now actively examining and discussing Greedo's OnlyFans account, as merbeing beliefs and sightings, Asians have been aware of what they call kappas and other merbeings for centuries.
Kappa.
Merbeings, according to the classification system developed by Lauren Coleman and Patrick Hugh, based on some initial thoughts and ideas exchanged with Mark A. Hull, appear to come in two varieties. The marine subclass is distinguished by a fin-like appendage, while the other, mostly freshwater subclass, is characterized by an angular foot with a high instep and 3 pointed toes. The freshwater subtypes often venture onto land. They are far more aggressive and dangerous, being carnivorous than their calmer marine cousins. Okay. Varying in height from dwarf to man size, their bodies are strong but not stocky or bulky. The marine variety has smooth skin, sometimes with very short fur, while the freshwater variety may have patchy hair growths like leaves or scaly in both subclasses. The hair is often maned. Though some exhibit almost complete hair cover, especially in the chupacabra's kin, merbeings in general have eyes that are usually oval or almond shaped, perhaps due to their watery origins. These mostly nocturnal creatures have a sing-song vocalization reported from Eurasia to Africa.
So like
And we're at war with Eurasia.
Eurasia.
Freshwater merbeings often display low spikes down along the back, an uncommon but not unknown feature among primates. And the Periodictus, a known cat-sized and monkey-like loris from south-central Africa.
Periodictus?
Yes, Periodictus.
I'm sorry, I'm childish. I couldn't. Periodictus.
Periodictus.
Dickus. Sorry.
The spines of the last dick vertebrae and the last neck vertebrae and first vertebrae of the thorax penetrate the skin.
Oh boy.
And are capped with horny spines.
Oh.
Horny spines. Oh my.
Oh, Billy.
Oh, Billy.
We're threatened to spike stand up so a predator cannot bite the podo on the neck.
Oh, Billy.
Oh, Billy.
So it appears to be with some merbeings. In fact, the resemblance between freshwater merbeings and the podo nearly extends down to the toes of their feet.
Oh.
Ooh.
While merbeings appear to be three-toed, the podo has an enormous big toe pointing in the opposite direction to its third, fourth, and fifth toes.
Oh my.
And its second toe is nothing more than a lump bearing a cleaning claw.
Okay.
Merbeing lore may have some basis in reality. Perhaps it is not all myth. Genuinely puzzling sightings have occurred. A series of sightings of a creature that appeared to be half woman and half fish occurred off Scotland's west coast in 1814. On the other hand, the increased activity or visibility of the chupacabras and the diminishing accounts of ocean-dwelling mermaids and mermen may signal a shift toward the successful survival of the more aggressive freshwater lane-oriented subclass. Just the one we wanted. Sightings of the scary triple-toed Honey Island swamp monster in Louisiana, the three-fingered and three-toed Thetis lake monster in Canada, and similarly digited scape or swamp lizard man in South Carolina. Plus, oh wait, there's more.
Ooh, there's more.
There's more swamp
The
monsters.
chupacabras. Oh, we already knew about the chupacabras. Suggests that the most dangerous merbeing variety today is the more land-based freshwater variety.
So, sounds like they're pretty horny. You try to pick one of them suckers up, it's just gonna ah! With one of them horns.
Yes.
Go spike it up.
Because they're mer people.
No.
Mer beings.
Man, I'll tell you one thing that sucks when you go catfishing, bro, and you pick up a catfish or a bass just the wrong way, and their fins pop up and they catch you. Ooh, it hurts so bad. Sometimes I have nightmares about it.
And that is it for the Cryptozoology reading.
Yep, that is all.
That'll be it.
So, what did we think about today's episode, boys?
Random.
What was your favorite cryptid that we went over?
But the most cool looking one was also the horned serpent.
I think what was the
Pisca?
the Pisca.
The piazza.
The
Piazza.
piazza.
It doesn't piss on people. It's a piazza.
Oh, so it doesn't hang out
No,
with
but-
R. Kelly?
No, it's not R. Kelly. It's the piazza.
It's Piazza. It has a bird face.
The piazza was
Piazza
my
time.
favorite.
Mm-hmm.
It's piazza time.
Piazza time?
Piazza
It's
time.
piazza time. With that being said, y'all, thank you for watching today's episode. Remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And to live life with eyes wide open, y'all. Thank you. We'll see you on the next one.